The podcast you are listening to of Holmberg's Morning Sickness is brought to you by my friends at Eric's Family Barbecue in Avondale. Meet, mesquite, repeat. Trust me on this one. You've had barbecue before, but you haven't had it this good. Eric's Family Barbecue in Avondale, ericsfamilybbq.com.
When was the last time you had really good Texas-style barbecue? Eric's Family Barbecue, the way it's supposed to taste. Always delicious, never rushed, and prepared to perfection. Eric's Family Barbecue uses only 100% fresh meat, slowly smoked over mesquite wood until it's juicy and delicious. We all know their brisket is the best, but have you tried their pulled pork ribs, or rib tips? Amazing, and their sides are all house-made. Eric's Family Barbecue in Avondale. Meet, mesquite, repeat. Make the trip. You won't be sorry. Go to ericsfamilybbq.com for more information.
Still streaming. Holmberg's Morning Sickness. Online at 98kupd.com.
Brad Williams is here. He's at CBLive at Desert Ridge. Toledo couldn't have been more wrong. CBLive at Desert Ridge and at Stand Up Live tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday. And welcome back, Brad. Of course, one of the former members of our Happy Ending shows with Ralphie May that year. We killed Ralphie.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah, he was taking too many dates on the road.
You had to top him that night.
We just had to do that.
I love comedians always say that. We killed, but we really didn't.
Well, we killed. Yeah, we
killed
did.
Ralphie.
Ralphie May, back in my single days, would get me laid so often because he would find out where I was in the country.
Right.
He would call because he knew what radio stations that I would have to be on. So he would call the radio shows that I was on and be like, "Oh, hey, Brad, we're talking to you, plugging your dates, but Ralphie May's on the phone, so do you mind?" And I go, I know exactly what he's going to say.
Right.
Come on. And Ralphie would just come on air and go, "Is Brad Williams there? Oh, my God. Brad Williams is slinging a 2-foot hog all over that city. All the women better watch out because Brad Williams, he's gonna get everybody pregnant. He's going to have Brad Williams is on that city."
Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, and then we killed him.
And
We killed him for that.
But so now he doesn't do that for reasons.
The well has dried up.
He's not doing that, but and also I'm married with a baby now.
Brad, I'm on the line right now, crazy. How you doing, player? He's still got a big dick. I don't have to be alive for that. Little man with a big dick, even if it isn't big in your head, it looks big on his pelvis. It works, baby. Let him spray.
He still calls.
That petered out a little bit.
Well, let it spray is usually how
But it was true to Ralphie, where it started off strong, and then after it kind of got tired.
I don't know where to go with it. Look, I've been dead for a while now.
I'm tired.
I'm out of practice, Brad. Don't be a hater. High garbage.
No, it's good to be back in the city. It's good to be back doing this. It's the last time I was here in Phoenix was mid-pandemic because Arizona.
Yeah, we did. And then we had a really sketchy come to my house thing afterward.
Yeah, where we were all kind of looking at each other like, should we be here?
Right. None of us really wanted to do it, and I don't know why it happened. I know I didn't, and I think I got talked into it by Adam Ray.
Yeah.
And then he said, "We'll just come by after. We're all vaccinated, or not vaccinated. We're all clean, and we got tested." I'm like, "All right, if you guys want to, we can do that."
Didn't he say he invited?
Well, then it started to happen. Where all of
a couple more
Adam's
people.
friends started to show up,
and now all of a sudden it's a 25-person party, and we're just kind of all looking at each other like, this isn't good.
Yep.
I was even more scared because I'm below all of you guys. Right. So when you sneeze, it just falls down to me.
Yeah, you were catching all the remnants.
Yeah, I'm getting trickle down COVID. That's what I'm getting.
Yeah, all the way clean. I was
Yeah.
worried the entire time.
Yeah,
I was honestly worried the entire time.
Yeah, and I was doing that thing where people would you had some music playing, so people would come up because we couldn't hear each other, so they would walk up close, and be like, "Hey, Brad, so what?" And 3 feet, just three.
Just 3. Give me half. Yeah, because it's half. Everything's half.
Yeah. Or maybe it's safer if I do get closer because then people just sneeze over my head. I don't know. I'm not sure how it works. Let's go with that.
I remembered thinking, I've got to ask everyone to leave.
Yeah.
Because some dude came in and he comes up, he goes, "Hey, man, thanks for hosting," puts his arm around me, and then doesn't shake my hand, grabs my hand to shake it. And I'm like, I wasn't volunteering that.
You're done. You're done.
This is a hand rape. I'm being hand raped. And he just starts moving my hand around, and I'm like, I don't want any of what's happening. Because that was March of last year. And then you said, stop it. Did you stop touring?
Yeah, I did one gig a month just to be like, okay, let's cover the monthly.
Yeah.
And I had a recent baby, or my wife did.
Yeah.
So
You named it.
Yeah. So I named it. I pay for stuff. So and she's a dwarf. So dwarf babies don't poop rainbows. Like they poop real poop.
You have to be an adult for that?
Yeah.
When does that kick in?
I don't know. I don't know if you know that, but like
didn't.
they poop real poop and
Same volume.
same. Oh God,
Is it? Because
It's-
like a puppy, a Rottweiler, I guess all puppies poop the same size.
Yeah.
The bigger you get. You
it's
say.
crazy.
wow.
So like, yeah, I'll tell you this right now. If you ask my wife, what's the happiest day of your life? She won't say her wedding day. She
Right.
won't say the day that my daughter was born. She will say the day that she handed me our naked daughter and said, "You change the baby." And I said, "No problem." And before I could put her down, confetti cannon poop. Just confetti. You would have thought I just won the Super Bowl because just and just all over my face.
That's another thing Brad's always been into, by the way, ladies of Phoenix.
Scatman.
Yeah, it was bad.
Wow.
It was bad,
So fatherhood, immediately you were like, just trying to, you were
was
done
like-
with her.
I was like, put it back.
Yeah, this thing's over.
I don't like it.
I can't possibly imagine.
Oh, but now, and let me tell you, every time I play a casino gig, I've won because Asian dwarf baby, good luck.
That's right. I
Good
forgot your
luck.
wife's Asian.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah. My wife's Chinese, so Asian dwarf baby. She's a year and a half old. She already got into 14 colleges. it's awesome, man. And if you want to support the Asian dwarf baby, some of you guys don't give to charity. So so if you want to give to the Save the Asian Dwarf Baby Foundation, come out and see me tonight at the CBLive doing stand-up comedy, and then the rest of the weekend at
Stand Up Live.
Stand Up Live. Yeah, the last time I was at Stand Up Live, we had a little party, but also that was the weekend. I'll keep this funny.
Okay.
That was the weekend that the George Floyd stuff all happened.
Oh, it was in May. You're
So
right.
it was all the protests. So we had to move shows to like 3:00. Like,
oh my God, I forgot about that.
because of the citywide curfew.
That's right. That's why Adam wanted to do it, because everybody was done with comedy at 7.
we're like, we did 2 shows and we're done at
We're gonna
7?
party. We can
'Cause
party.
Black
Yeah.
Lives Matter was marching up and down by Stand Up Live, and
Yep.
people, I'm going to keep this funny, he says.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep this funny.
Remember when you
Maybe.
said, remember that Black Lives Matter thing? Hilarious.
Hilarious.
But yeah,
What's
I
the
forgot about
deal
it.
with
Yeah,
Molotov cocktails?
That's right. And then the ultimate insult.
Yeah.
All right, white people, you want to laugh? We've got till 7.
Yeah.
Then we got to get off the streets. It's going to get darker before you know it.
Yeah, that was the weirdest show because
Yeah.
between COVID and
It was like
and
at a
the
retirement
protest,
community show.
Yeah, everyone that was in the showroom, I was like, well, looking out, I clearly can see which way you lean politically.
This is a group of people willing to be here.
Come out for the
Yeah.
3:00 show.
We
And
got-
the late show, 5 p.m.
They had something to do at 7 that probably wasn't on
Right.
the list for everyone else. Yeah.
But now we're back doing regular shows,
Yeah.
having fun. CB Live tonight, and then they moved me over to Stand Up Live. So
You
yeah,
can do night shows, 7 to 9:45.
we'll do night shows like normal human
Yeah.
beings. You can come and laugh at a midget telling jokes at an appropriate hour.
Exactly. This has always been a dream for most Americans.
Exactly,
And you
yeah.
can't do it in the middle of
MAGA.
the day, for God's
Yeah,
sake.
not
Yeah.
yet.
You made America great again.
I did.
You did it all on your
I
own.
finally did it.
But the world...
Listen, let me tell you about our dwarves. We have the best dwarves, the absolute best dwarves. We can't build a wall. We built one. They tunneled under it. Unbelievable little people, absolute best dwarves, and they're fine. COVID does not affect them.
They love me.
At all. They don't. No, COVID does not affect the little people. People cough, it goes right over their heads.
Did you? You didn't get it.
What's that?
You didn't get anything.
No,
Did-
no,
you
no,
didn't.
no.
You've escaped it. Knock on wood. It's still
I've
going.
escaped it so far. I'm fully vaccinated, which for a dwarf means my first shot was a booster.
You're used to hearing the word booster, though. Restaurants and all sorts. Booster doesn't
exactly.
scare
I'm
you.
like, normally when they say, "Would you like a booster?" I'm like, "Hey, F you, man. I'm an adult.
I'll
like,
stand on your booth.
yeah. What are you talking about?" They're like, "No, a booster shot for the COVID." And I'm like, "Oh, okay. I thought we were gonna bring a little like kid thing over here so I can like come like yeah." So yeah. It's weird that my doctor is still a pediatrician.
Is that true? Don't please. I want that to be so true. I know it's a joke, but please tell me that it's also true.
I mean,
that you sit on a giant tooth in the waiting room and read highlights.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a treat.
I read
It's a
highlights
prize after every
magazines.
checkup.
It's great. They got Blackbird playing on the on the TV. It's awesome.
Just go there and pretend to be a kid and say, "I'm growing a beard. I can't figure this out."
I don't know. It's a side effect of the vaccine, man.
Don't put this in your children.
I took that kid vaccine, and all of a sudden, I'm 37. My knees hurt. I'm doing stand-up comedy. What's happening?
Like an elephant.
He's everywhere. You named your daughter after your hero.
Yeah.
Which I just found that out. I didn't know that.
Yeah, I named my daughter. Well, here's the thing. It wasn't even my idea. Now, for those of you who don't know me, I'm a lifelong die-hard Denver Broncos fan.
That's right.
Name my daughter Elway. Okay. Now, you think that my new hero would be Kyler Murray because he's 5 foot nothing, 100 and nothing. Like you know how depressing it is for me to watch a Cardinal game and just hear the announcers be like, "Oh, he is so small at 5'10". Oh my God, his life sucks.
You sons of a!
He's 5'10". Can you imagine living your life as a putrid 5'10"? I'm sitting here at 4'4", like I'm gonna stab you all in the neck. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. Give me a stepladder, a trampoline, something. I'm gonna figure it out. I will cut you, Joe Buck. But yeah, so, John Elway was my hero.
Yeah.
We were trying to think of names for the kid.
What'd you strike out with?
Well, here's the thing. My wife loves these like hippie new age names.
Okay.
And I like very traditional names. So she was like, we should name her Persephone. And I'm like, you mean Stephanie? She's like, no, Persephone. And I'm like, what the hell is a Persephone? And she's like, it's a Greek goddess. I'm like, the goddess of stupid names? Like, that's horrible. Why would you do that to somebody? And then she looked on my wall, and I have a signed John Elway jersey. And she goes, what about Elway? And I go, Elway.
Now you got some.
That's pretty
Ellie,
good.
you can call her Ellie. That
Ellie's
works.
good.
Yeah,
Elway
let's
Williams.
do it. Yeah, let's do it. So that's my daughter's name. And then I got a phone call to go do stand-up at John Elway's Christmas party. He found out
because of the name?
Not because of that. He found out through the grapevine that I'm a lifelong fan.
Gotcha.
And I did the show at the Christmas party, and I come off stage, and he's like, that was awesome. And he's like, what are you doing tomorrow? I go, I'm going home. And he goes, if you were staying, I'd invite you to the game. And I go, well, so I'm staying.
Yeah, that just changed.
I called my wife up. At the time, she was 8 months pregnant, and I go, honey, Mr. John Elway wants me to watch a football game. And she, to her credit, she goes, yeah, stay. That's your hero.
Wow.
So I stayed, and I watched the game from his press box. And
really? What perspective do you get different from that? Not the view, but like with him in the room.
You know what? Football's just better when they're serving you John Elway food.
Yeah,
like
the food is not like
they're not
his
coming
analysis.
It's not. Yeah, but it's also that.
It's amazing.
Where like if you, like one of the best times I ever saw a baseball game, I was in Washington D.C. and I was watching the Washington Nationals. And I see a guy with a pad of paper, and he's doing all the thing. And I'm like, oh, you're like the old-timey people that keeps track of balls and strikes and all that. And he goes, no, I'm a scout for the Philadelphia Phillies. Oh. And I go, we're going to be friends. Yeah. And to watch a game with him was to be like, okay, he's going to pitch him this side of the plate because statistically
he
knows it all.
Yeah, he knew everything.
Oh,
I'm just
amazing.
like, oh my God, like I want to watch all sports that way. It's kind of like watching the football now with Peyton and Eli.
I love that.
They're calling out the plays.
Not only that, giving away secrets. That thing they said about the Patriots a couple weeks ago when they're like, I had all my meetings somewhere else. We knew they were taping us. They were always taping us.
Yeah.
Mics in every room.
Just matter of fact between the Manning brothers. And you're like, somebody's going to get in trouble for this, right?
Yeah.
Not a word.
Yeah. And they're like, yeah, they were taping us. Our communications never worked in that stadium.
Yep.
And just like, I think that's illegal.
I'm pretty sure you just took away the entire first 10 years of the 2000s.
Yeah,
because it's all. He said it was all live.
AC didn't work in the locker room.
Well, he took his receivers to the shower because they knew they couldn't put like microphones in there.
Yeah.
It was like crazy.
Yeah,
you know, like they just said it. So I'm loving that.
Yeah. It's really cool. That and they're brothers, so they're like going back and forth. And then,
ripping on each other.
The best joke I've heard on
Eli did the double bird to the camera. Eli Manning did a double bird to the camera, and then he goes, "They'll probably blur that out." Eli, it's live. It's live. Like, I can't, like, there's a reason why I'm not dropping my F-bombs right here.
Right. You could.
I could. You got the little
I can
dump
blur
button, and then it'll be weird. But, like, Eli's like, double bird, whatever. ESPN, it's Disney. They'll cover that with Aladdin and Jasmine. It'll be fun. It'll be all right. It's like, God, Eli, you are not just a dumb face.
No,
you're
living up to the look.
You are living up to it.
Yeah, I love watching that. I think that's the best thing ever.
Yeah.
But you said Elway gave you the Make-A-Wish treatment.
Yes.
What did you receive? Did you get like a pack out the door?
Cancer. No.
Oh my God.
I had to run with
Children's cancer. How does he do it?
That's the
so
worst,
powerful in
That's
Denver.
the worst joke I've
No,
ever
it's
said.
really good.
That's the worst joke.
It's really good.
There was someone who was like, they had dialed the number to CB Live. They were one digit away.
Yep.
They were about to buy a ticket, and then I said that, and they're like, "Nope,
Yep.
F that.
I'm gonna go see Stephen Wright at Walking Stick." I don't even know if he's actually there. Is it Walking Stick? Is it Talking Stick?
Yeah, Talking Stick. You got it.
Talking Stick, which, God bless him, but that sounds like what you see when you have a little too much peyote.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
and then the talking stick came to me and told me my destiny. It's bad.
Which was
Great.
a slot machine.
Yeah. And now we've offended them. Now I'm going to have another group coming at me. Oh, God, it's going to be bad.
The only people you offended were the ones that were dialing that number that had to go back to the crib and go, I guess the money will go to your radiation.
So bad.
It's worse than you can imagine.
I already got dwarves mad at me because
why?
I say the word midget. They don't like that. And then they were going to do this whole big protest for me. They wanted to stop traffic and all that. So they went out with the signs to do the
MLM.
We lost a lot of good men that day. They tried to stop the traffic, and that didn't go well.
Little cones.
No, it didn't go well. They're like, I wonder if we hit him, if they just explode into candy. That was bad.
I wondered this the other day on the air because nobody's, all the words that are canceled and everything else.
Sure.
Midget is one that kind of people are, and I've always had the theory it's good, even in a full army, we could take you.
Yeah.
So we're not really afraid of your uprising.
Yeah.
So we're not
exactly.
taking your feelings seriously when you're like, please don't say that.
Yeah.
But is
totally.
Munchkin bad? Because it's kind of a compromise.
Yeah, that's a bad one.
Is it? Because I'll say
That'll
this,
hit the spot.
because this is
so
how.
So is People McNugget.
Well, Munchkin to me
That's
is
a bad one.
Munchkin is a compromise because I can say it and feel like it's cute, and you can get over it. I'll give you midget is bad.
I can get over it. I'm
fine.
fine.
I know you can.
We're
but can
fine.
you talk to the others? Because Munchkin's adorable.
I'll bring it up at the next meeting.
Yeah, I hope so.
Because we have a branding problem here in the little people community, because we were like, hey, call us dwarves, and then the Snow White movie, and then now they're like, oh, so you're fairy tales, and we're like, all right.
Oh, we'll mess with you the whole way.
Back to the meeting. All right, now what are we going to be called? And they're like, we're going to be called Little People, and then we were like, all right, Little People, that's good. And then we walked out and saw some Mexicans that are like 4 foot nothing, and we're like, wow, they're little people. They are tiny.
Change it up.
Yeah, what's
again.
the cutoff at little people?
It's
all relative, right?
Puerto Rican.
That's what I figured. That's where you're no longer.
That's what the cutoff is. Once you get beyond Puerto Rican, now you're no longer a little person.
I gotcha.
God, I'm offending a lot of people today.
I want to see your evolutionary scale.
Yeah,
of size.
the poster.
It's a rainbow.
Yeah, exactly.
It's glorious.
Yeah,
it's pretty great though. But
so that's the cutoff. But don't worry, it's not going to be like don't think that if you come to my shows at the CB Live tonight and at the Stand Up Live this weekend, I'm Brad Williams. Hi. Don't think that if you do that, it's going to be all dwarves in the audience. Don't think I'm just.
But there are some.
There's some, yeah. But don't come with like a net.
Yeah.
And a butterfly.
Yeah,
capture, right?
don't be like I'm gonna catch one, and then they'll grant me my 3 wishes.
There's no magic,
but only if I can solve their riddle.
You know who would tell you this? Someone who was magic and didn't want you to catch him.
Stop doing that, man.
I understand your diversion tactic, but it makes me more curious.
I'm trying to save my people.
Why are you telling us there's no magic? I wasn't thinking that till just now.
I healed your hip in confidence.
I forgot about that. Yeah, thank you for that. That was amazing.
No problem. That's what we do.
The gold staples.
Yeah, they're pretty nice. It's pretty good. And you're the one that I remember we talked about this a couple years ago, and we both agreed the simulation was broken. Completely and utterly destroyed by whatever's going on. The keymaster left the building, and this whole world that we're in is on autopilot.
It's done,
and it's obvious again today. And I know you've what's his name, the dog, the bounty hunter.
Yeah,
is now
Dwayne
closer to catching the murderer
than the FBI.
And that happened right. And I'm like, there's so much. Like when you said that a few years ago, I'm like, God, he's so right. The simulation is completely shattered.
It's off. You know what? South Park had it where we're just a reality show for
aliens.
For aliens.
I totally
They're
agree.
just watching us going, hold on. We're going to throw a worldwide pandemic at them, and then we're going to give them the cure. Half of them are going to take it.
I guarantee it. They got over-unders. They got a FanDuel on us.
Yeah, it's going to be nuts. Yeah, they have a FanDuel on just human race. It's like, hold on. We're going to put fires. All the West Coast. Like one state. Nah.
The whole thing.
No, and you know the FBI that found the Boston Marathon bomber they found the needle in a haystack using some advanced algorithms that are crazy. They're not going to be fine. They can't find one redneck Instagram influencer. I don't know. Just walk around and see the douche who's always taking selfies. Like, just start questioning them.
The unshaven, unclean guy in the Everglades alone. He's guilty of something.
It's a plus 10,000 on that.
You might not get laundry.
Tell you what. Here's what you do. All right. You say, here's what we're going to do. This is how you catch this guy and a few others. You go on all the radio and TV in Florida and be like, hey, come to the Miami Dolphin Stadium. Free meth.
They're there.
Just free. Just free. We don't question. No questions. Just free meth. And everyone that shows up, you arrest them, and you just go. You've got something
Crime
on you.
solved.
You've got something on you.
Yeah,
what was that sting that they did for the Super Bowl tickets?
For the Super Bowl.
Unbelievable.
It was Raiders.
Redskins, wasn't it?
No,
Was
yeah. It was.
The Washington.
The Washington football team.
Yeah.
The Washington talking sticks. They were. That's more offensive. Sounds like a giant talking penis. Anyway, but yeah, they did like free Super Bowl tickets, and everyone that showed up. They lined up, and everyone was just like, oh,
everybody with a warrant too.
Yeah,
and they didn't even talk in line. Like, what's your story, man?
Yeah.
What are you here for?
Yeah, I guess you don't talk about your warrants.
No.
You look at another guy,
Yeah,
he's got warrants.
He's got warrants.
He's got a couple.
Yeah, you can just go to South Dakota.
Yeah. If you have another kid, what are you going to name it?
We're gonna name the other kid DeBrickashaw Ferguson.
That's perfect. He's not really associated.
That's my
really
second favorite player.
My daughter, DeBrickashaw.
My daughter, DeBrickashaw Ferguson. That's my favorite name in sports. That's my
Oh, it's the best.
Yeah.
Mine was Barkevius Mingo.
Oh, Barkevius Mingo was a
name.
good one.
Yeah,
that's a strong.
Yeah,
that's strong. See, you can't do like just a basic.
No,
like you got to
pressure
go.
now.
No, you got. Yeah.
My wife shot me down on Granville Waiters.
That's a strong one. Granville Waiters would have been your hero.
Yeah.
I named my dogs after all my heroes. I had my dog Ben, and I've got Jack Ham as a dog I've got. So I just do that kind of thing.
You got Jack Ham?
Jack Ham. Jack.
That's pretty good.
Raphael Ham is his real name.
You didn't name a dog Bradshaw?
No, I was going to, and I still, there's time.
There's time.
Yeah, unless these hips just totally fail completely and I eat all the pills. But yeah, there's time. Bradshaw's on the list. I got one of my dogs' name is Dutchie after Harry Carey's wife because I'm a Cubs fan too.
Okay.
I'm all over the map.
Frenchie.
Moved a lot as a kid.
What happened to you?
Yeah, I was born in northwestern Indiana. That explains almost everything. But the Cubs were right there. My dad grew up a Steeler fan, so
yeah, born in northwestern Indiana. That explains the skinhead look.
That explains almost all of it. The baldness too, because it was in the water.
Yeah. Okay.
There's a load of the look. Northwest Indiana is the answer to almost everything. What's wrong?
Yeah.
Why did your hips go bad at 48?
I was born in northwest Indiana.
The water.
Yeah.
I'm sure at some point, if you keep going back on my family tree, there's a couple of straight lines.
Oh, yeah.
They don't exactly go out. Just kind of like goes right up and down.
There was a slight jog in West Virginia, too.
Yeah, I lived there for 2 years.
Oh, okay.
That helped the cause. The bones started to
That might
the
work
bones
the
started
hips.
to one out.
That explains
Then.
That explains the black lung,
Yeah. And
Which
the dead canaries.
which is the only thing in the studio that's ever black. Yeah, and that's
or building, let's be
and
honest.
that's also explained by the West Virginia.
Brad Williams is at Desert Ridge tonight, CBLive, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday at Stand Up Live. It's always good to have you back. Leave us with words of wisdom, Brad.
Here, if you give money to the Asian dwarf baby,
That's right.
you go to heaven. So
Is that right?
It washes away all your sins.
Asians go to heaven?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I assumed differently.
Yes,
I thought it was all white.
Someone's got to run the casino in heaven. You know what I mean?
There are blackjack tables in heaven?
Of course
well,
there
then they
is.
have to be there.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, there you go. You want to help.
Perfect.
You want to go to heaven with the Asian babies now. That's awesome. Brad, it's always good to see you.
Just the Asian dwarf babies. I don't care about them
Oh, the
other
regular
Asian
size
babies.
Asians.
I don't need. Yeah, well, they got to make the Nikes, so it's fine. My daughter is not doing that. She said you got to support the Asian dwarf baby. Oh my! I'm getting so many letters from this.
She's going to make Nike baby shoes. She can make the little Nike.
She really can.
We'll get her a job no matter what.
She'll work her whole life. This is like, it'd be like, are you worried that she's going to find a job? I'm like, Asian dwarf baby? Oh my God, she's a diversity hire. This is fantastic. She's going to go on every brochure, every training video, every HR video that you have to sit and watch. She's going to be like, sorting papers and look up at the camera that she didn't know was there and just smile for some weird reason. Yeah, she's fine. She's fine. I'm going to
her feet already look bound. So you skip that whole part. Thank you. Thank you very much.
You broke me with that one.
I'm sorry. Thank you very much. It's too far.
This is so bad.
It's Brad Williams, everybody, all weekend long. You're going to laugh. That's a guarantee. It's 98.
Our country is facing a major crisis.
98.
We need to find out what's causing it.
KUPD.
You've been listening to Holmberg's Morning Sickness Podcast, brought to you by our friends at Eric's Family Barbecue in Avondale. Meet, mesquite, repeat. Eric'sFamilyBBQ.com.